Good afternoon from Giant Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. A beautiful November day as the Giants and the Eagles are ready for their first meeting of this season. Here's our officiating crew for today's game. The referee is Cal Lepore. As the Giants have won the toss, they'll be receiving to start the game. And there is Nick Mickemeyer with the ball teed up and ready to hit it for the Eagles. While back deep for the Giants, Doug Coder is back at the goal line. And back there with him is Bobby Hammond to the right, 33 and 44. The kick heads downfield. This is Hammond 2 yards deep in the end zone. He's to the 10. The Eagles with good special teams pursuit cut him down at the 17-yard line and come close to getting a flag. Eagles are hitters, an aggressive, enthusiastic team. Offensively, the Giants break down as follows. Pizarczyk will start at quarterback with Hammond and Zanka, his running backs. The pass catchers, Johnny Perkins, Jimmy Robinson, and Gary Shirk starts at tight end today. There's the interior line, a change at right tackle. Benson is in as two previous right tackles have gone down with injuries. Mikalajic, who had a big year, and then Gordon King is out this game, the #1 draft choice after injuring an ankle against Washington. 1st and 10 Giants, 17-yard line, opening play from scrimmage. In the flat, they go to Perkins, and the Eagles run it down. Here's a penalty marker, Sonny.
Oh, an excellent play by Ray Phillips, subbing for Drew Mahalik, coming in. Really made a good play then, reading that screen and hustling over there. You see the Eagle defensive line, Manny Sistrunk. I think Dennis Harrison is starting in his place, along with Charlie Johnson and Carl Harrison. Their linebackers, Wilkes, Berge, LeMaster, not Mahalik, but it's going to be Ray Phillips. Howard, Herman Edwards, Randy Logan, and Johnny Sanders in the secondary.
Both the teams need to score more points. The Eagles have scored over 17 only once all season. That was in a losing effort at Washington in the second game. And the Giants in the last 6 weeks haven't gone above 17. They had some big offensive days early in the season. The Eagles have been winning with defense.
Both teams have been with good defense. The front seven of the Giants and also that entire defensive team of the Philadelphia Eagles.
First down.
Well, right away, the Giants make a mistake, and they're going to start out in the hole. They're inside of their own 10-yard line. First down and 20 yards to go.
That hurts. The ball at the 9-yard line. I set in the backfield. Pizarczyk has not thrown well, particularly in recent weeks, and they go to the run, and Bob Hammond gets a whole load of Hairston. Kyle Hairston has been the best defensive lineman on the Eagles, and his coach, Marion Campbell, your former teammate, Tony, says he plays the run as good as anybody in the league.
He does. He feels that he's playing it as well as anybody. You see this from behind the quarterback. Hammond, no place to go. Harrison playing off the block of Gravel, or Doug Van Horn then, I think, and makes the play.
The Eagles have beaten the Giants the last 5 times they've played, and 8 of the last 9 times. So the Giants have had a continuing problem with Philadelphia in the recent seasons as Pizarczyk's numbers are up, and he has a long count to go. 2 second down and 20. Going to run it again. And again, the Eagles shut it right down as there's no cracks in that defensive front of Philadelphia. The Eagles have won 5 of their last 8 games with a defense that's allowed under 12 points a game to the opposition. They've been real tough to score on. Now the Giants break the huddle. They have speed at either flank. Emory Moorhead is wide to the right, second year from Colorado. At the top of your screen up to the right is Johnny Perkins, flyer out of Abilene. Pizarczyk with his first throw. It's a home run shot. Here's Perkins going for the ball, and the Eagles break it up. Doubled up on the outside receivers, and Herman Edwards, 46, came over, had a play on the football, could not intercept. And so now the Giants will have to punt the ball, and Sonny, the Eagles can come out of this with good field position.
Good field position, because at that end of the field, Jennings will have to kick out of the end zone. There's a lot of swirling wind down there. Being down on the field, they say that is the worst spot of the field.
Jennings is a 44-yard per try punter. One of the very best, and back is John Shira, former quarterback at UCLA under Eagle coach Dick Vermeil. He's the deep safety to return the punt. He's standing inside the 50-yard line. Ball is hit well. Shira takes it back at his 46-yard line. Across the 50. And Shira takes it down to the Giant 42-yard line. A punt of 44 yards from Jennings. The Eagles have the ball. 1st and 10 at the Giant 42-yard line. First possession for the Eagles in this game. Jaworski, the quarterback. Wilbert Montgomery is in as the deep back in the eye set. Has missed the last 2 games. He was the NFC's leading rusher until he went down with an ankle injury. They go to the up back to fullback Hogan, and he blasts inside the 40, hits down to the 38-yard line. Kelly and Carson knocked him down for the Giants, but there was a pickup on the play of almost 4.
First time they've had these two backs. Watch Harry Carson, one of the best ones. Coming in, Lukin's coming over trying to hit him, and you see him playing off the block, making the play. Tom Lukin in on the block there.
Wilbert Montgomery has over 750 yards rushing, even though he's only played 9 games. Jaworski hands off, and there is Montgomery, and there's that speed. It's a first down, Eagles. He's down to the 31-yard line. Ernie Jones, a safety, knocked him down. And here's how the Eagles break down with Jaworski at quarterback, Montgomery and Hogan the setbacks. Harold Carmichael, he's the guy to watch. The big 6'8" wide receiver. Ken Payne is the other. Osborne, a backup, starts at tight end with Prefley out. Walters is the best offensive lineman. Harvey Martin of Dallas says he's the best in the league at left tackle. As the Eagles now set it up 1st and 10 at the Giant 31. Jaworski with a deep drop. He's got a man open over the middle, and the ball caroms in the air off the hands of his tight end Osborne, and it was a free football for the Giants. It went 15 yards downfield, skipped right off Osborne's hands.
Where did he drill him too? Osborne's hurt. He hurt his hands, and he's coming off the field. He may have hurt his wrist that time. This will force the Eagles, what we were talking about, it might force them to go in to a 3 wide receiver offense. This really becomes a problem for them now because their only other backup tight end is Bill Larson. They just signed.
Bill Larson, a free agent out of Minnesota. The Eagles now have it 2nd down and 10 at the Giant 31. Hogan runs with the ball and gets it up the gut down to the 28-yard line. Pickup of 3. Carson, the middle linebacker, again on the stop for the Giants.
Not only losing Osborne hurt him pass-wise, but what it really does, it affects their running game, so because you lose that extra blocker, that tight end blocking in there.
Here's the Giant defensive breakdown. Martin, Mendenhall, Archer, and Gregory across the front 4. Van Pelt, Carson, and Kelly, the linebackers. Terry Jackson, a rookie, and Ray Rhodes are at the corners with Mallory and Jones, the safeties. 3rd down and 7, Philadelphia. No score first quarter. Jaworski sets up a big rush against him. He gets the ball away. It comes in on the 1 hop. It was going to Carmichael, kept it down low. Jones was covering. A big rush was coming from George Martin, the left end. Carmichael's caught 35, and of course he's caught passes in 91 consecutive games. The all-time record is Abramowitz with 108. Mickemeyer going to try a long field goal. It's going to have enough distance, but he's wide to the left. Here at Giant Stadium, we have no score. The Giants with their 2nd possession here in the first quarter at their 28-yard line after a missed 45-yard field goal by Mickemeyer, the Eagles. As Archick throws, and Perkins catches the ball for a first down. He's out to the Giant 45. He caught it on Herman Edwards.
Boy, excellent timing on this throw by Joe. Little waggle action going away from the backs. He sets and throws the ball before the move is ever made. Good catch in there. Johnny Perkins.
So Pizarczyk drills Johnny Perkins. The Giants have their biggest gainer, and 1st and 10 at their 45. Pitch back. Here comes Hammond. Coder blocks well, and Hammond turns the corner. But good lateral pursuit by the Eagles. There's Hairston, who we've heard so much about, playing the run and knocked him down for a short gain.
And he came from the other side to do it. He made an excellent play coming all the way across. Looked like Hammond was going to break out of that and make a big run out of it. Good lateral pursuit.
So now we have 2nd down and 8 coming up for the Giants. Ball split at their 46-yard line. Now they send Spencer in motion. A pitch back, and Spencer leads the blocking. Coder runs, gets out of bounds at about midfield. Berge knocked him out of bounds. Coder's got a good yardage per carry average, 4.8. Hammond is the Giants' leading rusher with just under 500 yards through the first 11 games. Pizarczyk hitting only 45% of his throws, and the percentage has been way down in recent weeks. 3rd and 6. Gets away from the rush. He's going to get a first down. Pizarczyk gets the ball inside the 45-yard line of Philadelphia, and the Giants have a first down on a scramble by Pizarczyk.
Well, just because of his strength and size, does he escape this rush? Trying to find someone to throw to, but you see right there, Harrison hits his shoulder pad, and just because of the size of him, he breaks it, makes a good run for the first down.
1st and 10 for the Giants. James Thompson goes wide left as a receiver, and Robinson is wide to the right. John McVay alternating his running backs. He has 2 smaller backs in now, and Hammond and Coder. Lazarchik drills in the flat, and Jimmy Robinson catches the ball at the 34-yard line, very close to a first down.
Very close to first down, and excellent coverage here by Bobby Howard coming up. Again, the play action, the fake to Cotto, little roll to the right, and boy, does he drill this ball. He may be a little under the weather. I've never seen him throw better.
So with no score on the board, the Giants starting to mount a challenge now in their second possession. As you see, the Eagles with a dominance over the Giants over the last 2.5 seasons. The Eagles come into the game with a record of 6-5. The Giants come in with a record of 5-6. Going to be second and really less than a yard for the Giants. The ball inside the Eagle 35-yard line. Lining up over the nose of the center is Big Charlie Johnson at 265 pounds. He's going to try to stack it up. They get a little wedge open in the Eagle defensive front, and the Giants take it through for the first down to the 32-yard line. Dennis Harrison, a 6'8", 275-pound rookie out of Vanderbilt. What's that they said about him?
Moving the ball around real well as far as picking their spots, what they're doing. Good play calling right here because they've thrown the out on both sides. They run a little sweep. They go up the middle. They're mixing their play calling up real well right now.
Harrison came into the pro camp. One scout rated him, said he played like Tarzan, looked like Tarzan, played like Jane, so he got drafted a little low. Lazarchik throws, open is Hammond. An old adage about taking what they give you here, Sonny, and the Giants are doing that.
Yes, he is. Early in the season, I thought a lot of their play action passes were for long passes, and we can see right here they've been shorter pass patterns. They're throwing the ball quickly on time, and they're having some success with it.
The ball is now down to the 25-yard line. It's going to be second down and about 3 for the Giants. So again, they send Thompson and Robinson out to either side. Doug Coder looking to turn the corner, looks for that opening and then accelerates upfield inside the 20-yard line. They'll spot him down at the 20. The Giants have another first down.
Well, you got to give some credit to that offensive line. A good job of blocking here. Nothing fancy, a sweep. Gravel making a good block. Slowed up Harrison long enough so he could get outside. Herman Edwards making the tackle there, but enough for the first down. That drive still alive there on the 19-yard line.
This rivalry goes back a lot of years. This is the 88th meeting between the Giants and the Eagles.
I think I lost 40 of those against the Giants.
Lazarchik looking into the end zone. He's got a man. Hammond, touchdown Giants. Well, that's a well-executed play. Wide receivers cleared it out, and Hammond snuck in there, and Lazarchik put it right between his threes.
Boy, it was a well-conceived play because Hammond goes out again. The play action, the thing that made it the great pattern that Bobby Hammond ran here, goes outside and got into that seam inside the safety and the cornerback. You can see it from ground level here. He went outside. He looked like he was going to run a sideline pattern and cut back in the seam, got behind Ray Phillips.
Now Dinello, as we go back to live action, drills the extra point up and good, and so the Giants have just driven 72 yards, put the first points up on a Lazarchik to Hammond throw, and now they're ready to kick it off. Here's Dinello hitting the football. Campfield, a rookie out of Kansas State, is back. He's a good one. Gimona takes the ball low, moving up in front of him on a short kickoff, and Louis Gimona comes across the 30 and gets it out to the 37 or 8 yard line. Jaworski on a play fake swings it out, and his tight end catches the ball. Osborne for very little gain. Got it across the 40, picked up about 3. Van Pelt was covering.
Just because of the rush of Mendenhall and George Martin then kept him from finding Harold Carmichael on a crossing pattern here. Good fake by Jaworski. He had Carmichael crossing right at the bottom of your screen, just went out of frame, and they had him open, but the rush kept him from going to him. He had to lay it off to Osborne.
Jaworski is a hard throw. We saw that well illustrated earlier when he drilled one off the hands of Osborne and went 15 or 20 yards further downfield and almost was intercepted. He's got to take something off him on those little out patterns.
Boy, those receivers come back and say, let up, let up.
Here's a handoff. Montgomery, boy, he sees that little opening and he just rockets into it. Wilbert Montgomery, a 5-yarder carry rusher, gets the ball out to the 45-yard line of Philadelphia, pickup of 3. Carson and Archer were on the stop for the Giants. Carmichael is out wide to the left now. They have 3 wide receivers in the game, the Eagles, on a 3rd and 4. Jaworski, here comes Carson on a blitz. The throw is intercepted by Van Pelt. Brad Van Pelt takes it back inside the Eagle 40-yard line and down to the 38. And so the Giants all-pro outside linebacker Van Pelt picks off Jaworski, and the Giants have back the ball.
He made it perfect. You see the delayed blitz by Carson. Mendenhall throwing his man. Good rush. Van Pelt played it perfectly. You see the position he has on Montgomery. Picks it off. Big break for the New York Giants. Bad decision to throw the ball by Ron Jaworski. Montgomery was covered all the way.
There's a count you wish you could call back. I wonder.
You can't get it back. If you had a string, you'd pull that one back.
Jaworski now with 10 interceptions this year. Giants with a lot of diversity in their offensive play calling did something different on just about every play in that first drive that got the touchdown. Pizarczyk throws. He's got a man open. Johnny Perkins is chopped at the 20. But he gained 18 yards and a first down as Pizarczyk was falling down when he released the ball.
What an effort by Joe Pizarczyk. You don't think strength counts playing quarterback. Again, the fake, trying to get one. Not Marion draped all around him. That's Reggie Wilkes draped around him as he goes down, throwing the ball. And look, right on target. What a throw.
Perkins came back at the ball when he saw Pizarczyk was in trouble. And the Giants get a big gainer, so they have it 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line of Philadelphia. Giants lead 7-0. Second back throw is Hammond. He's to the 17-yard line. Here's a marker. What do we have here?
Holding 56. Offense, first down.
1st and 20 now for the Giants at the 30-yard line of Philadelphia. Pizarczyk stands in. He's got a guy so open in the end zone he might drop it. He holds on. Boy, there was a blown coverage there. Perkins was so alone there wasn't anybody within 10 yards of him.
And Pizarczyk is down. He's down on the field. He took a hit after the play. See if we can see it right here. Boy, does he do a good job just waiting for Perkins to clear. Right there, you see the hit on him. He went down, but look how open Perkins is. Nobody around him.
Eagles secondary is completely perplexed. There was nobody near him. Earlier we saw Perkins run that route. They doubled up on him, and Hammond came underneath, caught the ball for a touchdown. This time they stayed with Hammond apparently, and Perkins was all alone, and Jersey Joe's going to walk it off.
You need a hammer to take him down.
How do you feel when you go down? You never see the guy catch it. It must be a good feeling to look up and see 13 up.
Well, you can tell according to where you're playing. If the crowd reacts with a big roar, you know your man caught it. If it goes the other way, you know it's been intercepted.
Mallory with the hold and Danilo with the extra point for a second time. And so the Giants take command of the game early. Giants are getting it done early here. 2 touchdowns up in the first quarter. Now a kickoff. It's a little errant's going to be picked up. 18-yard line by Giamona. He wants to play, doesn't he? And little Louis Giamona is hammered at the 27-yard line. Philadelphia gets it a second time. We've seen 2 touchdown throws now, Sonny, from Pizarczyk, first to Hammond, then to Perkins, where the receivers were wide open. What happened?
I think especially on the second one, Don, they made a mistake in the coverage, because when they came off the field, the Eagles secondary, that's ranked second in the league, I think, got together and they were conferring about what had taken place. Somebody obviously made a mistake, blew the call.
So it's a 14-0 game. The Giants coming in as a slight underdog in this game. Derry Jeter in the defensive line left early, but we'll see if he was drawn offside by Philadelphia.
Let's listen to the official here.
False start. Moving before the snap. 76 offense. First down.
Call the right tackle, Jerry Sizemore, for illegal motion. He was the last #1 draft choice the Eagles had back in '73. Jaworski hands off. Here's Hogan running ahead. Archer hits him, and Carson also got him. So there was very little gain on the play. After the 5-yard penalty, they get back about 3. It'll be 3rd and 12. The Philadelphia Eagles disclosed today that the owner and president of the team, Leonard Toews, underwent successful open heart surgery last Tuesday at the Texas Heart Institute in Houston, Texas. The operation to replace an aortic valve was performed by Dr. Denton Cooley, and he's doing very well. Dr. Salvatore Carfagno of Norristown, Pennsylvania, traveled to Houston with Leonard Toews, and he's doing very well. We're happy to report. Handoff goes to Hogan. Lots of Giants hits. Jack Gregory makes the hit along with Brian Kelly, an outside linebacker.
The old Statue of Liberty play. Giants not fooled by any means by it. Kelly stayed at home. Gregory makes a good play. Nobody to block for Tom Luking. He's coming around. He wanted to peel back on Gregory, but Kelly beat him there. Tough running against this New York Giant front seven.
Yeah, they play the run real well. Allow just over 4 yards per carry to the rush. Jaworski with a deep drop. He's got to take that. The rush is on. Here's a throw to Carmichael. So it's 92 straight games. And more importantly for the Eagles, it's a first down. A pickup of about 20 yards on the play.
Same pattern that was thrown behind him a little earlier from the... Boy, he really gets a late start off the ball, doesn't he? Ernie Jones taking his one shot, a little deep to be taking that one bump, too, after the 5-yard zone, a little chuck that he tried to hit him with then. But he came around, same type of pattern, a little center pattern. Good throw by Ron.
Boy, you see Carmichael down the field running patterns. You wonder how anybody can stay with him. 6'8", and his arms have got to be like a guy 6'10". Handoff to Montgomery. Giants coming up and hitting hard. Mallory was on the play. The advances out to the 43-yard line. Ernie Jones also on the play. Wilbert Montgomery. He was drafted in the 6th round in 1977. Giants remember him last year. He ran back a kickoff 99 yards for a touchdown that ultimately decided a game.
He had something like 754 yards going into this game and has missed some, too, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's had that ankle problem. Held out the last 2 weeks. Part of another game. It's second down now and long for the Eagles. Second and about 8. Jaworski to Montgomery. Trying to slip up the middle against the Giant defense. Advances across the 46 out to the 47-yard line. Mendenhall, 64, was on the bottom. There is Ron Jaworski, drafted in the 2nd round by the Los Angeles Rams back in 1973 out of Youngstown State in Ohio. He had a great performance in the Senior Bowl. Pro scouts took to him there. Came to the Eagles in a trade where the Rams got rights to sign tight end Charles Young. Been a good trade for Philadelphia.
Yes, it was.
3rd down and about 3. Jaworski gives off Montgomery, gets the first down and some more. Down to the 46-yard line of the Giants where Jack Gregory knocked him down.
Doing a good job now. The fact that they've fallen, they made a couple of mistakes in the secondary. Look, good movement up front that time. And Montgomery picks up the first down. Real smart of the Philadelphia Eagles now to come back, stay with their game plan. Do not panic, even though you're trailing 14-0 in the first quarter on mistakes.
Right now they're winning at the line of scrimmage on these running plays. They weren't earlier. But the Giants have command of the game, 14-0 with 1 minute and 15 seconds to play in the first quarter. Jaworski has to hurry. He's got time. Home run ball. There's Carmichael. Carmichael loses the ball, stripped of it by 22 Ray Rhodes. Very nearly a 6-pointer for the Philadelphia Eagles.
What a great play by Ray Rhodes in staying with Carmichael. Good throw by Ron Jaworski. You see right here going back, he gets a little early rush by Mendenhall. Oh, Woody Peoples did a job on him. And then he makes a good throw, but watch this. Almost intercepted, almost a touchdown. That's how close it was. Both men fighting for the ball. Ooh. Well, what a catch that would have been.
Here comes Montgomery, and he is inside the 45-yard line, comes to an abrupt halt as he is shocked again by the middle linebacker, Harry Carson, who will bring a running play to an abrupt stop.
Carson again, just all over the football field. Watch him, plays it. He takes a little hesitation step, plays off the block, right in on the play.
Plays the run as good as just about anybody. Giants go to 5 defensive backs now. Jaworski has a blitz against him. He dumps it off. The ball skips off the hands of Mallory, who broke up the pass. So the Giants throwing different defenses at Ron Jaworski. That time they came with 5 defensive backs, and one of them came on a blitz.
Yes, they had excellent coverage, too, besides adding all the pressure to Jaworski. So they stopped this Eagle drive, and the Eagle's going to have to kick it away.
17 seconds to play in the first quarter, and the Giants lead the game 14-0. Bobby Hammond and Jimmy Robinson drop back deep as there is Mike Michel ready to punt for the Eagles. That has been a weak suit in Philadelphia's play this year, their overall kicking game, where it's been one of the Giants' strongest.
Lately, Michel has kicked well, though.
For a while there, they had a different place kicker every week. Same guys were coming back. He won't kick that one well. He got it away. That's fielded, fumbled, and recovered by Terry Jackson.
Well, he gets an A+ for effort then, I'll tell you that. What a job he does. A bad snap over the kicker's head. You see it. Dennis Franks on the snap, right over Michel's head. No chance to catch the ball. Going back, gets a pretty good hop here. He's chased down by McKinney, but look at the effort to get that football away. And Terry Jackson makes the catch.
Talking to Charlie Bednarik, the Eagles Hall of Famer, is with the team as a special coach. He was a great snapper and said in all modesty, he said, I can probably snap better than most guys in the league right now. It's a problem getting good snappers. Coder and Durnick are now the setbacks. Dan Durnick, a rookie out of Washington State, who has been the Giants' best per carry rusher, 5.5, but has had a shoulder problem that's limited his playing time. Gets ahead for short yardage. Wilkes knocked him down, and the first quarter comes to an end. So the ball is now to the 39-yard line. The Giants have it there, 1st and 10. They lead the game 14-0. Couldn't move the first time they had the ball. Scored touchdowns on their next possession. Rather, 2nd and 6 as we open the second quarter. Coder turns the corner and somehow slipped by some Eagles and got up the sideline out pretty close to the 48-yard line.
He made a nice little move. He dipped in and kind of froze everybody, then had the speed to get back outside. Watch this move that he makes to kind of freeze everybody. Makes a handoff here. Watch him now. Here he comes in. Looks like he's going upfield. Everybody kind of slows up a little bit. And look at the rush. He gets around everybody there and picks up the first down.
Robinson comes in motion. Eagle defense switches now as Pizarczyk throws in the flat. Robinson going for the ball and ruled to come in on the one hop.
James Thompson, he thought he caught it. Official in good position there to see whether this came up. Again, the play action.
Official's right
Giants
there.
having a lot of success with this. Joe is 6 out of 7 before this throw. Let's see if we can pick it up. The official says he trapped it, and you see where the official's standing.
Didn't have it, so it's going to be 2nd down and 10 now for the Giants at their 47-yard line. Robinson comes out wide to the left. Perkins, a flyer, is out wide to the right. He has 1 touchdown reception. Hammond has the other for the Giants. His lead 14-0 early in the second period. They go up the middle to Durnick. Big 220-pound rookie fullback, and he crosses midfield. Somebody being attended to. Put his hand back together. Center, Guy Morris.
The center's hands are like a piano player's hands. He's got to be able to control that football and having that exchange with the quarterback.
You can't wear those gloves, those padded gloves. Pizarczyk drills hard, and it's well broken out. Dropping back was Lemaster, one of the Eagles' 4 linebackers. Wilkes, Lemaster, Berge, and Ray Phillips backing the line. So that brings up 4th down, and Jennings is in for his second punt of the game. John Shira is back deep as Jennings is ready to hit it. There is Shira, 2 times MVP for UCLA. Quarterback the UClans when they upset Ohio State in the Rose Bowl in '75. He's going to let it go. And it hops into the end zone for a touchback, and the Eagles go on offense, 1st and 10 at their 20. Eagles have the ball as they go to a 1st down carry. Wilbert Montgomery, Giant linebackers keying on him as Philadelphia's most productive running back is cut down for no gain. Might have lost a yard. Martin hit him along with Brian Kelly. Jaworski goes to the long count, gives off to Montgomery, and he breaks tackles and gets ahead for a 1st down. On a 2nd and 10 carry, Wilbert Montgomery got ahead for 14 yards and an Eagle 1st down.
Boy, he makes a good run here. The draw play, you see the blocking develop. Morris going through, trying to block Carson. He makes Carson take a side, but you see the strength of Wilbert Montgomery right here as he breaks Brian Kelly's tackle, keeps going. Finally, Van Pelt comes over and makes the play. 15-yard gain. Montgomery's got 43 yards and 8 carries so far.
But the Eagles have not moved the ball with consistency against the Giant defense. They've not thrown well at all. Handoff right back to Wilbert Montgomery. He's a glider. Changes pace, shifts gears, and rips into the middle, gets ahead to the 40 to the 39-yard line. Kelly on the knockdown for the Giants. Clock running in the 2nd quarter. 12:20 to play in the half. Giants leading 14-0. Jaworski is an amazing guy to be starting this game today. He was really shaken up. Playing against the Jets last week, threw a touchdown pass, was hit, left the game with very severe back spasms.
Talked to him on the field. He said, how do you feel? He says, very stiff. I want to avoid getting hit. Said, good luck.
That's the object. Hogan spins off, gets ahead out across the 40, close to the 42. Archer knocked him down for the Giants. It'll bring up a 3rd down and short carry now as the Eagles, without points yet, start to move the ball with runs.
Big play here for them. They need to keep this drive alive. Coming in with Bill Larson, 2 tight end offense.
Giants putting up 2 first-quarter touchdowns on throws from Pizarczyk, first to Hammond, then to Johnny Perkins. They like that Washington score here at Giant Stadium. Montgomery runs ahead. It's going to look like he's got the 1st down. He had to get to the 45. He did. So the Eagles get a tight one, but they do get the 1st down. Carson and Archer on the stop. We'll watch him do it again.
He just does pick it up here. Just a little lead block. Falling in, gets across Colin Hogan's block there, and he just gets across the 45-yard line, or right on the 45-yard line, about a half a yard by the 1st down marker.
For the most part, he has been the Eagle offense, 50 yards and 10 carries. Jaworski takes a deep drop. He's got time. He swings it out. Too much on the ball. Hogan going for it, and there's a penalty marker down in the secondary.
Downfield is some kind of interference call. Either the chucking rule, holding. We'll have to wait till the call to see what it was. Here we see him right now. Watch him. Let's see how many yards he goes. He's past the 5-yard mark. Yes, and there he's touched. You're not allowed to do that, Mr. Rhodes. And that wasn't even a... I know he did knock him off stride even, but that's the new ruling.
Can't touch him beyond 5 yards off the line of scrimmage. So the defensive penalty gives the Eagles a 1st down at midfield. They trail in the game 14-0. 10:28 to play in the 1st half. Hogan runs hard, slips off the left side down to the 46-yard line. He got 4. Kelly was on the hit for the Giants, as the game has not had much drama when the Eagles have had the football, but they can strike quickly. Jaworski's got a full field arm, and he's got a guy, Carmichael, who can get that deep.
He made a couple of mistakes in an excellent drive. From what I understand, the best drive of the year for the New York Giants, and we hit Bobby Hammond Excellent play to get them their first touchdown, and then the Eagles made a mistake in the secondary. Big mistake, and left Johnny Perkins all alone.
And that made it 14-0 with Danello's extra point. That's how it stands now. You can sure hear the count when Jaworski calls it. Swings it out. He just threw the ball away. He was rushed, and the man, his safety valve there, Hogan, was also covered, so Jaworski just put it on the ground in front of him.
John Mendenhall came over. He wanted a lateral on that play. Whether or not it was a forward pass or a lateral. Now they're calling it an incompleted pass.
It was forward, looked to be.
Yeah, from my angle, and we're in pretty good position here, sitting right on the 50, that it was a forward pass.
There's a big contrast in the quarterback statistics. Jaworski has now thrown the ball 9 times, has completed only 2 for 20 yards, and he's been intercepted once. Zarchik has completed 6 of 9 for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns for the Giants. Carmichael comes wide to the right. Ken Payne is at the top of your screen, the flanker left. Jaworski on 3rd and 6 has to hurry. He puts it up. Man is open. His tight end Osborne holds on and gets a first down at the Giant 34. So Osborne, as the Giant secondary was back in a deep zone, comes underneath and is wide open.
That's a crossing pattern again. Good call against these zones. Good pass blocking here. Look at the time he has to throw the ball. Makes not a good throw. He throws it behind him. Oh, almost lost a handle on it. Makes a good catch.
Hear that term, the zone defense. Of course, the defensive players have a particular area of the field to protect. Do most teams have that now?
I didn't know that. What is that again? Say that again.
You were looking for that man coverage.
That's right, exactly right. They have a zone they go to, and you can cross those zones and find the open spots. I'm going to write that down, Brian.
Montgomery takes it down to the 29. Reading defenses. I guess you do that during the week, huh?
Yes, you do. Well, you watch his tackle by Harry Carson. Boy, he punishes ball carriers when he hits them. He makes them pay the price for getting down there in his territory. Watch this. Plays off the block, and then down.
Montgomery caught from behind. John Mendenhall comes through. A loss of 5 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 10.
John Mendenhall, one of the smartest defensive tackles, obviously read the pull of the guard who was pulling. Tough block for Morris coming over trying to make the play. He went with the guard, gets a hand on Montgomery and pulls him down. No chance for Montgomery to run.
Jaworski throws, and Carmichael catches his second ball of the day, and this again is good for a first down.
Good throw that time by Ron Jaworski. Had to throw the ball real early, covered by Ernie Jones. He threw it just a simple turn-in pattern. He didn't have double coverage this time on Carmichael. Watch this. Watch how quickly he sets and throws the ball. Already throwing the ball. He just turned. Watch him practice that before the game down on the field, and they had to throw that ball real early to make sure that the defender doesn't have an opportunity to react and come back and make the play on the ball.
Giants were the last team to shut out Harold Carmichael. That's when his streak started. That was back in 1972. Giants held him out of the reception ever since 1972. He's caught one in every game he's played in. He's played in every game the Eagles have played. Wide is Hogan, and he is knocked down for a loss as the Giants come up. Ray Rhodes forces the run in. Jack Gregory also is on the knockdown.
Gregory just plays off the block here and just strings it out. Just a slant by the fullback, Hogan. He plays off. Look at the position he has on Wallace. Plays it off, and he's in good position to make the play, and some help from Ray Rhodes.
Now Carmichael goes wide left. Wide to the right is Ken Payne on a 2nd down and 13 play. Jaworski looks. Carmichael's out there. Broken up by Ernie Jones. Carmichael had a touchdown, and Jones came from off the play and slapped it down.
I tell you, Ernie Jones makes an excellent play. He actually stayed in the middle defensively here, hoping Jaworski would throw this ball. He looked like he was open early, but then he starts moving. You see, he covers a lot of ground, goes up, just gets a hand on it. If not, The Eagles had their first touchdown.
Eagles with a third down now. 3rd and 13. Giants leading 14-0. Jaworski with a problem. Into the end zone. Man is there. Again, the Giants come off the play, and this time it's Ray Rhodes who slaps it down in front of Charlie Smith. Smith was open. He was standing and waiting, and as the ball came in, Rhodes had time to recover and go back on it.
Jaworski forced out of the pocket here when he wanted to throw the ball. He gets forced out of the pocket. He does have Montgomery open. He went for the touchdown. Doesn't have anybody. Good coverage in the secondary. Kind of moves left and watch the throw, and he's got a man open again. But you see Rhodes coming over. Almost an interception. Well, that's 2 plays in a row where they could have had a touchdown or an interception, right?
Giants had 2 guys open in the first quarter in the end zone and resulting in 2 touchdowns. Field goal attempt is blocked, and the Giants have the ball at the Eagle at their 32-yard line. Second field goal attempt by Mickemeyer never left the line of scrimmage.
Harry Carson comes through here. With the center's head down, he penetrates. You see him right there going up, number 53, making the block of the field goal. He really got good penetration.
They're going to go for the ball now.
Oh, yes. That center's the most vulnerable there to attack because his head is down. He's got to make sure he gets the football back.
Last week, the Eagles blocked an extra point coming over the middle. They sent Carmichael over the middle. 3 guys blocked the opposing center of the Jets. Carmichael leapt up. Here comes Hammond across the 40-yard line. Those quick Giant backs, the smaller backs, Coder and Hammond now have had runs down the sideline where seemingly they were going to get knocked out of bounds. All of a sudden, they changed gears and whipped ahead. That time it was a gain of 9 yards for the Giants.
Couple of other scores, and look at this.
That's at Washington, too.
Jim Botkins kicked a 32-yard field goal. They now lead Washington 24-0. And Buffalo, Tampa Bay's leading them 10-0. 28-yard field goal by Neil O'Donoghue.
And the Jets leading New England 7-3 in the second quarter.
Posey hit a 47-yarder in that one for New England.
Lemaster makes the knockdown on running back Doug Coder of the Giants. Looked like it might be short of a first down, maybe close enough to measure. They had to advance the ball out to the 43. The first half has 5:27 to play in it. The Giants lead the game 14-0. They scored on 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. Pizarczyk to Hammond, Pizarczyk to Johnny Perkins. The Eagles' only real attempts at a score have been a couple of field goal tries. One was long enough but wide. The second was blocked a short time ago. Twice they had receivers open by the Giant goal line, once in the end zone, but both times the Giants came back on defense to break the play up. Coder got there, so it's a first down for the Giants. Dick Vermeil checking the clock. Pizarczyk looks, throws, and Perkins lost the ball. Caught it and lost it.
Pizarczyk right on the money again. Excellent throw, good timing. Had enough for the first down, too.
Bob Howard playing that cornerback, 23. They got him in as a free agent. He was selling real estate when he joined the Eagles to replace. They've had a lot of injuries. A lot of running backs have gone down. Their tight end. I guess really, as we were saying at the outset, it gets to be a game of attrition at this point, though. Shula said the year he had a 17-0 season. If you want one big reason, all our starters were in there for 17 games. We didn't have a serious injury to a starting player.
It do make a difference.
Pitch back goes to Hammond, and Hammond is chopped.
But Dennis Harrison really made a play then, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. A lot of Dennis Harrison to make one. 6'8", 275. So the line of scrimmage is now the 43-yard line of the Giants. They have the ball, 3rd down and 10, coming up at a 14-0 lead. 4:37 left to play in the first half. Johnny Perkins comes out in the left flank for the Giants, and wide to the right is Jimmy Robinson. Coder and Hammond both can catch the ball of the setbacks. They'll swing out. Go to the draw to Coder. Nothing there. Eagles shut it right down, so the Giants will punt the ball back to Philadelphia. How can you boo this? They're leading 14-0.
Obviously, 70,000 plus. They don't like the draw call on third down.
So Shira goes back deep as Jennings waits for the snap to punt the ball. He's hit 2 earlier in the game, averaging 46-yard a punt. Jennings gets it his 34, not too deep. Shira will return it. Now he fair catches the ball. Oh, so wave of blue. Nobody's back there to talk to him, though. He's back as a single safety. When you have that partner with you, he can tell you if you got room to return it or not. Handoff goes. Running with the ball is Campfield, rookie running back who rushed for 92 yards last week. Getting his first start in the absence of Montgomery. Carson made the knockdown. The gain is about 3 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 7.
They must be giving Montgomery a little break. What if he got nicked up in any way? He's carried the load of the offense here for the Eagles in the first half.
Had a badly sprained ankle. Kept it out for over 2 weeks. Jaworski fakes the run, throws it off to Campfield. He was up in the air to catch the ball. And the Giants have that side filled completely. And the knockdown is made for no gain. Now the Giants, John McVay signaling, I'll call a timeout. They want to get the football back. Third down is coming up now for the Eagles. 3rd and 8. With 2:47 left to play in the first half. And the Giants in the lead 14-0. This is Don Criqui with Sonny Jurgensen. Temperature in the low 50s here at Giant Stadium. A sunshiny day. Jaworski takes a deep drop. In the flat he goes. And catching the ball is Charles Smith. Quickly out of bounds, and he's got enough for the first down. What where he had to go.
Or just enough for the first down. He gets back, gets a lot of people out on this pass pattern, and they had gone to the 34 defense. You see the blitz coming by the 2 linebackers. Just enough. Look at this. They drop him back. They don't want to get beat long. The thing he does here, he stops the clock by getting out of bounds.
Dallas has a problem today too, Sonny.
Yes, they do. New Orleans is leading in the first quarter 7-0 over the Cowboys on a 1-yard run by Chuck Muncie.
The Eagles looking to get some points in the first half. They've been shut out so far and are still about 69 yards from the Giant goal line. They go to the run, and the Giants knock that down. Carson again filling in Kelly. Carson came in with, 88 solo tackles. He must have about 10 more today.
Boy, he's had 10 here in the first half, hasn't he? Look at him. It's something about middle linebackers. They seem to have a nose for the football, and he has one because he goes after that ball carrier every time.
Drafted in the 4th round, he was a defensive end at South Carolina State as a collegiate. Moved him right to middle linebacker. On 2nd and 8, Jaworski swings it out. Here's Campfield with the ball. 3rd down and about 3 coming up for the Eagles at their 38-yard line. They've had no offense to speak of in this game. Had some runs early from Wilbert Montgomery, but they couldn't sustain the offense to get points. It's 14-0 Giants. Jaworski lets a long one rip. Carmichael catches it over the shoulder. What a play by the big guy. Harold Carmichael on the fly made it like a Willie Mays over the shoulder catch.
Boy, this helps to have this rifle arm, and does he make a good throw? Gets good pressure up the middle, stays in the pocket. He beat Ernie Jones long, made an excellent adjustment on the ball. Tough catch for Carmichael because he had to move out. He couldn't find the ball real well over his right shoulder. Look at it again. Boy, it's tough when you get beat deep in a long yardage situation in the closing minutes. You see the adjustment he makes on the ball. Big gainer. Opportunity here.
Harold Carmichael breathing deep after a long run and a big catch. He's caught 3 today.
He's as tall as Kenny Payne kneeling down, isn't he?
Look at him stretch out.
3 passes for 76 yards.
Next guy he'll go by is your old friend Tommy McDonald. He caught passes in 93 straight games.
Yeah.
Bobby Joe Conrad caught him in 94. Don Hudson in 95. Abramowitz with the record, 108. or 105. Jaworski on first down fakes the end around to Carmichael, takes a look, throws into the end zone. Too much on it. Ken Payne was behind the secondary. Terry Jackson covering on the play.
And good coverage by Terry Jackson also, because he was right there. He kind of went in front of the ball and screened the ball from Kenny Payne. They really weren't fooled on the play. The thing you want to do here as a Philadelphia Eagles, you do not want to make a mistake. You want to come away from this drive with something. You don't want to go in at halftime missing this opportunity.
Horace Ivory just ran it in from 2 yards out of Chase Stadium, New England. Now leading the Jets 10-7 in the second quarter. Here at Giants Stadium with 1:36 left to play in the first half. It's the Giants 14, the Eagles nothing, but the Eagles are challenging here now. Second down and 10 coming up. Montgomery finds a crack, shoots through it. He's down to the 8.
Yes, good run. They want a timeout. You see Vermeil right there saying, let's get a timeout. Talk to our quarterback.
John Ralston right there with Dick Vermeil, the former head coach of the Denver Broncos. He, of course, was the head man at Stanford when Vermeil coached there at one time. Third down coming up. The ball is positioned inside the 10-yard line of the Giants. Down at the 8-yard line, it'll be 3rd and 4 for the first down, with the first half clock showing a minute and a half to play on it.
Looks like John Ralston's having a lot of input in this play that's going to be sent in here. Maybe he's in contact with the press box upstairs.
So Jaworski with a big call now as third down's coming up, 3rd and 4. The tight end is Osborne, 86, set to the left. Carmichael comes out to the right side. Also on the right flank is Ken Payne. They rolled out earlier in a situation like this season, scored. Jaworski goes to Montgomery, and Wilbert Montgomery takes it in for a touchdown. Giants were looking for the pass, and Wilbert Montgomery with his speed busts out of the blocks and goes right in for 6 points. So the Eagles with a 47-yard gainer got in position, and Wilbert Montgomery then takes it in.
Boy, they must have been looking for the pass play, because does he ever find a seam to get through? You see him going by Carson there. Jones making contact at the goal line. Can't keep him out, can't deny him. Good blocking by Morris, Luking up front. And you see Carson just, Mendenhall overruns it, and also Carson overruns the play enough to get him out.
A busted extra point play and an errant throw, and so the extra point, they put the excitement back into it here.
Yes, they have.
Not for Philadelphia, they didn't. The extra point is no good. It's 14-6.
Let's see if we can pick up.
Nick
Shar just leaves his handle on the ball.
He pulls a Gary Yepremian.
Yes, not much on the ball, but he was under a lot of pressure. They just don't seem, the kicking game has really hurt him here.
They haven't had a strong one all year. And so the Eagles do get points, though, with 1:26 left to play in the first half. It is the Giants 14, the Eagles 6. Dick Vermeil puts in days from 8 in the morning till 2 in the morning. Sleeps in his office 3 nights a week. This is his 3rd year as coach of the Eagles. He's coached at every level. High school in California, junior college, was with the Rams twice as an assistant, head coach at UCLA. And now the head man of the Eagles, and the Eagles with their best record at this point in the season in a lot of years. I think it was 1966 was the last time they were 6-5 through 11 games. The ball is fielded by a Giant as the Eagles try an onside kick. Taken down by Maurice Tyler, as the Giants had some sure-handed people up front looking for that.
I tell you something, that's a questionable thing, because they got an opportunity here with pretty good field position to go down and get a field goal, get some points here.
The pass goes out to Jimmy Robinson, and he is ahead and not done yet. Robinson in open field. It's a foot race. He's inside the 20. Still working. Robinson goes down to the 15-yard line. Little guy from Georgia Tech.
That onside kick backfired. You see they had plenty of time here. They just throw a little screen pass. The same play the Eagles have tried a number of times, but they're looking for the long ball. You see what happens. Perkins out in front of him, and Robinson knows what to do with the football. He breaks one tackle there. Edwards has a good shot, a head-on shot there. Put his head down and missed him. And Mr. Robinson finds some daylight, makes a big run. Boy, look, he was looking for the goal line, wasn't he?
So the ball is spotted just inside the 15-yard line, and the Giants will have it 1st and 10 there. They lead the game 14-6. If you joined us late, they scored in the first quarter on 2 touchdown throws by Pizarczyk. The first to Bob Hammond, wide open. The second to Johnny Perkins, wide open. The Eagles could not generate any offense. The last time they got the ball, however, they got the big gainer, a throw from Jaworski to Harold Carmichael for 47 yards, and subsequently the ball was run in from about 8 yards out by Wilbert Montgomery. So it's a 14-6 game after the extra point snap was bad, and the Eagles couldn't get it up. Pizarczyk looks over the Eagle defensive set. Looks into the end zone, drills in the flat. I tell you, Robinson took the hard lick from Bob Howard, the the real estate salesman who came in here.
He hit it on his wrong shoulder then. He threw it back. He threw it up the field too much. It allowed Howard to make the play on it. He was a little later with that ball, and he has been on his previously thrown out pattern. See, he had his timing wasn't what it was earlier. He's 8 out of 12 now.
How do you rate Pizarczyk, Sonny?
Good strong arm. I like him because, you know,
I think he's a major league arm.
this is a compliment. He takes punishment well.
You've got to do that.
Oh, you got to be able to take punishment. He came up off the deck earlier to throw a touchdown pass.
Pizarczyk's going to take it himself right up the middle, and he's all the way down to the 7-yard line, just short of a first down. Clock is running, 43 seconds to play in the first half. Still ticking down. Now the Giants call a timeout.
I think this could be their last timeout, too.
They let 6 seconds get away.
This is a pre-designed quarterback draw play. 1 in 18 years I never called.
Never called that number.
Never called that play. Did not have that in our repertoire, but
only out of necessity. Giants have the ball down close. They have a 14-6 lead. 38 seconds left to play in the first half here at Giant Stadium. Emery Moorhead, he's a flyer but doesn't have far to fly. He's out in the right flank. Perkins is to the left, as is Robinson. Drills it, intercepted by the Eagles. Howard picked it off. Pizarczyk threw his high, hard one right at Emery Moorhead, who was angling in on a post pattern off the right flank.
I'll tell you, tough pass to intercept. He drills the ball on a slant pattern. Howard played it perfectly, made the play. He's down in the end zone now because the first thing to hit was his back, and I'm sure he just had the wind knocked out of him. I hope it's just that. He's up, seems to be okay. Well, a great interception he made to stop that drive. That would have been a big touchdown for the Giants to get going in here at halftime, right before the half. They get this thing in the last minute.
Listen, they're all big in this league. They don't come easy, do they? Not too many. That's the 20th interception of the season for the Eagle defense. Let's see if Jaworski tries to pump a long one. Carmichael, his flyer, is out in the left. They go to the run. They're going to go in and regroup, trailing 14-6. The score at the half. The Giants 14, the Eagles 6. The Giants scoring on 2 first-quarter touchdown passes from Joe Pizarczyk. Hit Bobby Hammond for one, hit Johnny Perkins for the other, as Pizarczyk having perhaps his best day as a Giant. The Giants have the ball teed up, ready to kick it off now. Danilo, and downfield awaiting it, Billy Campfield and Lou Giamona. Hops into the end zone for a touchback, and the Eagles will go on offense 1st and 10 at their 20. So as we open the third quarter, the Giants holding to that 14-6 halftime lead. They led 14-0 at the end of the first quarter. Do you think, Sonny, you'll see any difference in the Eagle offensive plan now?
The thing that concerned Dick Vermeil more than anything else going into the game was his lack of offense, not getting any offense. That's still what they're trying to come up with. They haven't. You see the figures right there. They're the numbers. Not a lot of difference, but the 2 big plays by the New York Giants were the big difference in the first half.
Scoring throws with men wide open. Ron Jaworski at quarterback for Philadelphia. Shifts his backfield, sends Carmichael way out and brings his tight end in motion. Then the Eagles run at the Giants. Mike Hogan, the fullback, came ahead, and he got out across the 25 out to the 28-yard line.
They found a little daylight there very quickly. What happened to Mr. Carson on that play? See if we can pick it up. See Carson in there. Tell you what happens.
Center
Morris makes a good block. Guy Morris made an excellent block on Carson then.
George Martin, John Mendenhall, Troy Archer, and Jack Gregory across the defensive front of the Giants. Van Pelt, Carson, and Kelly back to the line. Back to the run, and Montgomery lost his footing but did get enough for the first down. He advanced the ball out across the 30. So the Eagles on consecutive runs get a first down in their first possession of the third quarter.
Big possession. We used to talk about it an awful lot of times coming back out at halftime. You want to establish something, and the fact that you go the very first possession, you got to go down and get some points. And obviously defensively you preach the same thing. Shut them down on that first possession, make them kick it away, and we'll go get some. Well, that makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? You stop them and we'll go get points, and we'll vice versa.
So now it will be 1st and 10, though, as the Giants have been unable to stop two running plays. Here's a pitch back. Montgomery fouls Hogan. Hogan takes out a corner, and Montgomery's out ahead across the 35-yard line, close to the 37. Terry Jackson finally brought him down along with Otis McKinney.
Another good play here. First down play by the Eagles. You see Montgomery just waiting for his blocking to develop. He gets a little seam. A lot of Giants around the football. Jackson in, finally knocking him down. Montgomery's now rushed 16 times for 73 yards.
He has been the prime mover on offense for the Eagles. Jaworski having trouble connecting with any consistency throwing the ball against the Giants. Lone call, and Jaworski has to call his own number, and he got back to the line of scrimmage. That was about all. So from a 2nd and 4 play, it now becomes 3rd and 3. Troy Archer fell on him.
And with a man with a bad back, you don't like to see your quarterback running with that thing, and I'm sure there had to be some mix-up that he just kept it himself because there was some movement in the defensive line of the Giants.
Philadelphia doing well on 3rd down conversions, hitting 66% on those so far. 8-12. We have 12:17 left to play in the third quarter. 3rd and short yardage for the Eagles. Wilbert Montgomery didn't get there. He had to advance the ball out across the Eagle 40-yard line. He was knocked down by Gary Jeter and John Mendenhall. And so it'll be 4th down now for Philadelphia.
Gonna kick it away. Too early to gamble.
And it's an apprehensive moment for the rest of the game. Every time the Eagles have to punt the ball, once you get one bad snap like that, it starts everybody thinking.
4th down run might be as good as a punt.
Michelle had to do a great job of running once he fielded the bad snap, and then finally getting it away in the first half, you remember.
Always throw a long interception.
That's right. Big rush. Michelle gets it away, and not very well. Robinson will return it for the Giants. Tough customer, that Robinson. Not too big. A 39-yard punt. Robinson runs it back to the Giant 38-yard line. The ball is at the 39-yard line of the New York Giants. They have the ball 1st and 10. They have a 14-6 lead, same as it was at the half. Coder turns the corner and dances upfield, and he's very close to a first down. Doug Coder gets ahead for close to 9 yards. Weaving, fading in and out, throwing those dekes at the Eagle defense.
And good blocking here. You see, pulling out in front of him, J.T. Turner. Outside, Edwards coming up on a tackle, but not after they pick up about 9 yards on the play.
Coder has run the ball 7 times for 28 yards. And he gives Joe Pizarczyk nice down and yardage to work with. 2nd and 1. Might unload one. Go right back to Coder, and he runs it to the 50 and gets a first down for the Giants. Berge and Harrison were on the stop.
Here's Bobby Howard, number 23 there. You see him on the sideline. See, I think he injured his leg or something on that interception that he made, and he is not on the field at present.
New Orleans and Dallas are now tied up.
Tony Dorsett tied the game up on a 2-yard run, 7-7 in the second. And Baltimore is leading Cleveland 10-0 in the second period.
Pizarczyk runs the ball himself. Looked like an option quarterback. Got across midfield ahead for maybe a yard or two. He took some shots in the first half. The Colts, they've really come back. They're ready to even their record at 6-6 if they win today over Cleveland.
Lenhart hit a field goal there.
Bill Berge was on the stop. The Eagle defensive front with Harrison, 68, Johnson, 65, the middle guard, and Carl Hairston, 78, the right end. Reggie Wilkes, Frank Lemaster, Bill Berge, and Ray Phillips back the line on the 3-4 defense. John Outlaw is in at the left corner replacing Bob Howard, along with Randy Logan, John Sanders, and Herman Edwards, the rest of the secondary. On 2nd and 9, Pizarczyk takes a drop. Here's a rush. Harrison misses him. And Pizarczyk very wisely bails out.
Again, the action on the play-action pass, and going back, he did pretty good coverage in the secondary. No one to throw to. Just rolled out and ran it out of bounds. You see the fake. Going back, he actually comes back and tries to look back to his right here to find the receiver. Nobody there. Harrison in his face. Takes it down and starts running with it. Still trying to throw the ball here. Says, oops, got to get out of bounds. Avoid contact here.
Harrison, as Pizarczyk gets it away, gets it to Coder, and he's down close to the 40 and near, but just short of a first down.
And guess what? Decision time. Do we go for it?
What do you do? 4th down. 4th and less than a yard, and they're keeping the offense in, and they're sending Big Willie Spencer in. Sending a whole lot of guys in, including Larry Zonka.
Everybody likes it, but if you don't make it, they'll come back tomorrow and ask you why.
Okay. Larry Zonka and Willie Spencer are in there, two 235-pound fullbacks. First back through is Zonka. Keeps on trucking. He's got it. Larry Zonka takes it inside the 40 for a first down. Coder doesn't find much open there as Doug Coder runs into Lemaster, is knocked down as he advanced the ball down to the 38-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down there and about 9.
Big
Johnson,
first
the middle
down
guy.
there, Don. You know that by getting that first down, bringing in Zonka for the first down, they keep it drive alive. Yet they're eating up some clock, too.
Got a lot of clock to eat up, though. We have 7:40 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Giants leading as they did at the half, 14-6. Emery Moorhead goes out wide to the right. Johnny Perkins wide to the left. That's deep speed. Moorhead coming in motion. Pizarczyk takes a look. He's throwing long. Skips off the hands of Johnny Perkins at the 20-yard line, incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Well, almost a great play there by Perkins. If he makes that catch, he might score with the thing. He came underneath. Moorhead cleared out for him, and he came underneath. Again, we've talked about it all day, the play-action type pass. He makes a good throw just off his fingertips. I think he should have caught the football.
3rd down and 9 for the Giants. This time they have Robinson as a wide receiver with Perkins. Perkins at the top of your screen. Screen pass goes off to Hammond. And he lunges for a first down. Hammond got it down inside the 30. It looks like he has the first down.
Great second effort here. Watch his second effort. Just a straight drop back screen pass. You see the Eagle lineman going in toward the quarterback. He lays it off. There's the hit. He breaks that tackle by Wilkes, and watch him lunge for the first down here.
He doesn't weigh 180 pounds, Hammond. Pizarczyk wide receiver screen. Leading the blocking was Johnny Perkins as Jimmy Robinson gets down to the 22-yard line. They keep changing up, Sonny, on that Eagle defense, looking a lot of different looks.
Yeah, good play calling. Had an excellent game plan going in because they have mixed it up.
Jimmy Robinson comes off the field. He's been averaging 24 yards of reception coming to this game. Now he's going to stay in. And it is Perkins going out, and James Thompson, 89, comes in.
A noticeable lack of penalties in this game.
Yeah, there have been.
Only 1 against the Eagles in the first half and 3 against the Giants.
That's been a change. 3:58. On 2nd and 3, the handoff is to Coder. And again, with that good speed, he turns outside, but we might have a clip against the Giants.
They had caught J.T. Turner then.
Holding 68. Offense, 2nd down.
The right guard, J.T. Turner, is called for the hold. Did he learn that at Duke?
I know
He's
that.
a Duke man.
Duke people know better than that.
Robinson wide to the right now, and we have Perkins on the left flank. As Bizarchik has 2nd and long, 2nd and over 10. Berge was coming on a blitz. He dumps it off to the tight end, Shirk, and he is ridden down inside the 25-yard line at the 23. Reggie Wilkes, first-year linebacker out of Georgia Tech, was on the stop.
Little check down, a little delay by Shirk inside. He delays, let the back clear for him. The blitz is on, good throw. Just a little check over pattern. Sometimes he gets lost in there.
3rd down coming up, and about 4. Handoff goes to Coder, turning upfield. He's inside and down to the 20. They have the ball spot right now. He did not get the first down. It'll bring up 4th down again. We might see 39 come on back out.
I imagine you would kick this one. They come up short here. They're going to let Danilo kick it.
To the dismay of the quarterbacks. So the ball is at the 20-yard line of Philadelphia, and Danilo in the field goal unit comes out. Randy Dean will be in to hold.
One or more field goals in 12 games.
Yeah, Danilo's had a good year. He's kicked very consistently all season long. Hits it hard and long and through, and so the Giants extend their lead now to 17-6. That's the 13th straight game that Joe Danilo has hit a field goal for the Giants. He's been a big asset for them now as they up their lead to 17-6 with 4:21 left to play in the 3rd quarter. This is Don Criqui with Sonny Jurgensen at Giant Stadium in New Jersey. Danilo set to kick off. Giamona and Camfield are back deep for the Eagles. Ball's hit well. A yard deep. Giamona will bring it out. He's to the 10, 15. Still working. He's out to the 20. All that, and he got right where he would have got if he downed it, huh?
That's right. Atlanta's taking a 7-0 lead over the Bears. 7-yard pass from Steve Bartkowski to Jim Mitchell.
Jaworski not called for intentional grounding as the big rush was on. Coming very hard was Gary Jeter. Number 70 busting through, the Giants' #1 draft choice of a year ago.
You see the fake, a little fake, not much of a fake at all, but Jeter, boy, really comes and puts a rush on here. Archer first and Jeter second, and he just throws it in the ground. He did have Hogan open in the flat.
The Giants lead the Eagles here at Giant Stadium 17-6. Jaworski hasn't been able to get it done at quarterback. Fires downfield, too much on it for the big guy, Harold Carmichael. And Jaworski is triggering the ball quickly and with good reason, as the Giants have been generating pressure on just about every play, Sonny.
Boy, is he upset with himself there. He had Carmichael splitting a zone outside. They had rolled up on him. You see his disgust right there with the throw that he made. He just overthrew him. And let me tell you, it's hard to overthrow Harold Carmichael.
You got to really get it up.
Watch him. You see the roll up right there. Jones comes up and makes a little sense. But now he's in between defenders, and you see he had plenty of room there to catch a football. He just missed him.
Carmichael's averaged 52 catches a year for the Eagles over the past 5 years. Led the NFL with 67 receptions in 73. First year as a regular. Jaworski stands in, throws, and that time he puts it on the numbers of Harold Carmichael. Tony Viteri, one of the officials, spots the ball at the 32-yard line. The contact with the ball made right at the spot for a first down.
And the same pass they had success with earlier, the center pattern coming across the middle. He is under pressure by Mendenhall. He makes the throw. He catches it for the first down, but he is driven back. They give him a forward progress. He gets enough for the first down. He really went up in the air to catch that football. San Diego leading Minnesota 13-7. Dan Fouts hit John Jefferson. The point after was missed.
Doing all right in the snow up there.
They are. They adapted to the cold weather, huh?
So far. Right now we have a 1st and 10 Eagles. They're down 17-6. Wilbert Montgomery really took a hit. Brian Kelly, 55, backing the line the right side. Phil to hit him. Jeter also was on the play. And it brings up 2nd down and 10 as there was no gain. Jaworski screens it off. Hogan has the ball. He's got to get by Martin and does, but then he's run down from behind by Brian Kelly. Good play by Kelly. A loss of 3 yards. Sets the ball back to the 29. It is 3rd down and 13 now. Jaworski looking, standing in, letting it go. Intercepted. Ernie Jones, the free safety, picks off the ball, has a cordon of blockers in front of him, takes the ball back down to the 35-yard line of Philadelphia. So the Giants get the ball right back as that was up for grabs.
Yes, it was. There were a lot of people around the football land. 2 or 3 people could have intercepted it. Too long a pass to try to throw that thing down the middle. Carmichael going down the middle. You see just coming across. Van Pelt is even back there. But look how many people had a shot at intercepting the football. Ernie Jones comes up with the interception.
Here's Pizarczyk looking. Out there is Shirk. Ball is tipped. Incomplete. Herman Edwards, 46, and Randy Logan covering on the play.
Not much rush that time by the Philadelphia Eagle defensive line. He had a lot of time to throw the ball. He just couldn't find anybody open. Almost intercepted.
17 is the number the Giants have been stuck on for their last 6 games. That's as many points as they've generated in the last 6. That's where they are now, but they have command of this football game with 1:31 to play in the 3rd quarter. It's Giants 17, Eagles 6.
With 8 seconds left in the first half, the Bears get on the board. Atlanta leads them 7-3.
Boy, did they go south. Bears.
What would this be, 9 in a row?
9 in a row. Won their first 3, lost the next 8. Pitch back goes to Hammond. Coder leads the blockers. Hammond dips outside, and Wilkes, who Dick Vermeil calls the best rookie linebacker prospect he's seen. He was the top choice of the Eagles coming in the 3rd round. That was their highest pick out of Georgia Tech. Made the play on Bob Hammond.
Coder did the same thing he had success with in the first half. He dipped in trying to freeze the linebacker and going back outside. That time Reggie Wilkes played it well.
The Eagles haven't had a #1 draft choice since they had 2 in 1973 when they picked Sizemore, the right tackle, and Charles Young, who's now at the Rams. They get one next time around. So it would so unfamiliar when they're able to pick a guy who wants to go to law school. Pizarczyk on 3rd down and 8. Stands right in tall. Drills it to Coder. Wilkes. Like wrong way Corrigan. He started the other way.
He's trying to get away from, again, Reggie Wilkes after he gets hit just as soon as he makes the reception. Take a look at this.
Wilkes should let him go.
That's right. He'd have kept going the other way.
Get a
He
safety.
had to get a lasso on him in a hurry, but watch him. He gets hit right here by LeMaster. Knocked back, and Wilkes is just chasing him back upfield. He had about a short yardage situation. They may have been in field goal range.
Not anymore, as you see Jennings into punt. John Shira back now as Jennings angles his punt. Oh, it just skipped in, and so it will be a touchback and a first down for the Eagles at their 20-yard line. A 38-yard punt by Jennings. So the clock is stopped in the 3rd quarter. 34 seconds to play in it. And the Giants leading the Philadelphia Eagles 17-6. The Eagles hoping for a wild card spot. They felt they couldn't afford too many more losses, but those wild cards are going to go down to the last weekend, no question.
Looks that way, doesn't it, with everybody being in the thick of things.
Montgomery's back in after being shaken up. He has the football. Gets ahead for about 3 yards. Jeter, number 70, made the play on him.
Robert Montgomery wants that 100-yard day again, I think. Coming back in after getting bruised up a little bit.
Well, he really wants to get in the end zone. They haven't done that yet here today. Well, they did one time, and the extra point was missed. Giants have been there twice, and also with a Danilo field goal, they have the 17-6 lead. As the Eagles go back on offense now, they'll have second down coming up as we open the fourth quarter. Second and about 7 from their 23-yard line. Jaworski is the quarterback. Has hit 10 of 22 for 112 yards. Has been intercepted twice. That's been a problem. Montgomery, the leading rusher in the game, with 77 yards and 18 carries for Philadelphia. Wilbert Montgomery puts his head down, and off the play comes a flag. Looks like Lloyd might be on a late hit.
Late hit, nose guard.
Or a face mask, something.
Yeah, pull in the face mask. There you go. I'm glad he concurs with what we have surmised, huh?
There you go. It's another 10 yards, though, for the Eagles as they advance the ball now out to their 34-yard line. They've got a long way to go. They had one big gainer today, the pass to Carmichael.
Face mask.
Resulted later in a
54.
touchdown.
Defense.
See if
First
she can
down.
pick it up right there. Lloyd had it. Just in the tackle, wrapping around the end of 34 defense.
Lloyd doesn't chit-chat with you out there. He's a hitter.
Most of those linebackers are that way.
Pitch back. Hand off to Harold Carmichael, and the big guy turns upfield. He gobbles up a lot of yardage with each stride. He advances the ball for a first down to the 45-yard line of the Giants. Van Pelt finally knocked him out of bounds.
What about that little gadget, a little reverse here? They faked that earlier. This time the pitch back to Hogan. Nice handoff, good exchange. It's something you have to work on a long time in practice to make that exchange. Look at this man, 6'8". His ability to move. Oh, got a good block there. Cuts back out. And then it's caved in time. And out of bounds.
But a 21-yard gainer, and the Eagles have the ball down to the Giant 45-yard line on a first down. We're in the opening minute of the fourth quarter. Montgomery down to the 42, or 3. Lloyd hit him. Gregory also on the bottom of the pile.
The New England Patriots lead the New York Jets 16-10. Horace Ivory on another 11-yard run for a touchdown. The point after was blocked.
Sonny, who do you think is the best team in the league right now? Can you single one out?
That's tough. That is tough to single one out. I think, the way people are playing, and it's been so even throughout, everybody upsetting everybody else. Hard to pick one. Is just
I think the Rams
heads
will go a
above
long way.
everybody else.
How about the Rams?
They have an opportunity, yes, as much as anybody else.
Montgomery gets it inside the 40. Jack Gregory knocked him down. But you were saying before, it's so tough to keep a team high for 16 games, and Landry has a history of getting it ready down the stretch.
That's it. They took a little reevaluation in the middle of the season because they were making mistakes and costing themselves games. But I think when they went down to play Miami, they played 3 quarters of good football, and Coach Landry feels like they've returned now, and they're going to be in the thick of it all the way down the line.
Third down now for the Eagles. 3rd and 5. Jaworski goes to the run on 3rd and 5 and doesn't get there. The Giants shut it down. Running with the ball was Billy Campfield, knocked down by Van Pelt.
What do you do here? They're going to gamble? Nope. They're going to kick it away. St. Louis has come back and got a 27-yard field goal from Jim Bocking. They now lead Washington 27-17.
So the Cardinals, after losing their first 8, could be on the way to winning their 4th in a row.
They've got their offense back intact, and that's any time that You give Jim Hart time to throw the football behind that good offensive line, he's trouble.
Isn't he? These Eagle coaches were high in their praise of Hart. They said he's as tough as... Michelle fakes the run with the punt, then hits it into the end zone. That's Papali was down. Okay, he's going to catch it for a touchdown. It was a perfect spiral. But there is a penalty marker down, so it might come back. It was a 4th and less than 5. If the call's against the Giants, it would be result in a first down, but it is not. The signal's against the Eagles, so the play will go. Giants are going to take the ball at 3rd 20, 1st and 10 with 12:26 left to play in the game.
Ineligible player downfield, offense, penalty decline, first down.
1st and 10, Giants. They lead the game 17-6. 12:26 left to play. Wide right is Perkins. Wide left is Robinson. Setbacks, Doug Coder and Willie Spencer. Coder is stopped by Wilkes. Good play by the rookie linebacker. 51 taking his position, waiting for Coder to make the move, and then Wilkes drilled him, knocked him down. Loss of a yard on the play. 2nd and 11.
Interesting bit of information from our statistician here, Don. Montgomery has rushed 22 times for 88 yards. New York, their total rushing for New York is only 81 yards, and with that loss of one, now back to 80 yards.
But the bottom line is New York right now, 17-6, Giants leading. Dornick and Hammond now the running backs for the Giants. They keep alternating running backs, keep fresh carriers in. Dornick gets out to the 25-yard line, picked up 5, 3rd and 5. And there's John Bunting, who is a real good outside linebacker for the Eagles. Went out with a knee injury earlier and, of course, lost for the season. Third and 5, Giants. They go to the reverse. Here comes Perkins. Didn't get there. Had to get to the 30. They knocked him out of bounds at the 28. So Vermeil, who went to computer football playing percentages, gets it to work as the Giants are unable to generate a first down after the punt by the Eagles. And now Philadelphia will get the ball back with 10:54 left to play in the game. St. Louis, as you see, holding to the 10-point advantage over Washington in the 3rd quarter. What about the Skins?
Skins are having a little trouble.
What's their trouble?
Points. I tell you, give a lot of credit to the Cardinals. They've come back and started playing football.
They really have. Jennings hits a line drive, but it's over the head of Shara. What do we have here? That looks like a free football. Papali picks it up and is knocked down at the 8.
I never seen anything like that.
Here is the punt by Jennings. It was a low line drive, but it went over the head of John Shira, resulting in a 51-yard punt. And some weird things happen here.
Yes, he touches it when he comes up right here off his shoulder. I think McKinney hits the ball, knocks it down. Then it's a dogfight to see who's going to come up with the football. The Eagles finally recover, but back on their own 8-yard line.
Brad Van Pelt's number on that monkey. Hamfield runs ahead. Brad Van Pelt knocked him down as the Eagles need the big play now, trailing 17-6 in the 4th quarter.
Matt Robinson threw 56 yards to Wesley Walker. The Jets trail New England 17-16 now.
They lead the New England 17-16.
Oh, that's right. They lead New England.
On 2nd and 6, Jaworski had a play fake, throws hard, and Carmichael catches the ball, and that's a football player who gets waffled between two guys with a running start. Holds on for an 18-yard gain and an Eagle first down. Jones and Otis McKinney popped him, and they got him.
Excellent fake. Watch your fake by Jaworski. Look at the fake. Looking back at the ball carrier. Kept the ball on his hip, and then throws a strike to Carmichael. And boy, look at the contact here. Jones. He's sandwiched in
Gee.
between there.
Man.
Jones and McKinney, and he still holds on to the football.
Jaworski, 11 for 23, 130 yards. The Eagles able to generate only one touchdown and no extra point after it. It's 17-6 Giants. Good play by Terry Jackson. Jaworski released it. Carmichael was going for it, and Jackson tipped it away.
Again, Harold Carmichael drawing double coverage this time. Watch the roll up at the top of your screen. Jones going deep, Jackson up close. Double coverage. They know that that's who Jaworski wants to go to. He does throw in the coverage this time. Good pass coverage over there.
Jaworski getting more time, throws it out to Hogan. The Blue Shirts converge on him, knock him down short of the first down. He'll be a yard short where he was hit by Van Pelt.
Couldn't find anybody downfield, so this time he takes a swing back coming out of the backfield. You see how long he waits to try to get downfield. Boy, did they do a job on Gary Jeter then. Throws the outlet pass. This time he completes it. And you watch this. He makes a good move here trying to pick up the first down. Comes up a little short. A lot of people around the football.
Third and less than a yard. Go to a power alignment. Hogan gets ahead and gets the first down with 8:10 to play and the clock running. So the Eagles get the ball out across their 40, get it to their 42. Still a long way from the Giant end zone. As you see the comparative statistics, Bizarchik had the big first quarter, hit 6 of his first 7, 2 of them for touchdowns.
Big possession by the Eagles. They need points this drive.
Need him badly right now. Jaworski takes a look, fires. Boy, he can throw that hard ball. Here's a penalty marker down. Ken Payne was interfered with. So the Eagles get an automatic first down at the point of infraction, which was the 40.
Pretty tough call here on the rookie Terry Jackson from San Diego State. See if you can take a look at it, see what happens. See when he makes the contact. Payne coming across. May have got his hand on the back of him early. Tough call. I doubt if it would have been a completion to begin with.
24, defense, first down.
Calls on Jackson. So now the ball is at the Giant 40. Eagles first and 10. Harold Carmichael positions himself out at the top of your screen on the right flank. Jaworski's going to be throwing. He's got to hurry. He gets it away to Hogan up the middle of the field, and he gets it down to the 32-yard line. Gain of 8.
Boy, what a Houdini act he pulls here to get away
mad.
from that. Take a look at this. Watch Gary Jeter come in. Comes right in here, has Jaworski all wrapped up. He escapes this and makes a completion to Hogan. Boy, how he gets out of that and finds a receiver.
Jeter had Lucan, the Eagle guard, beaten, but couldn't hold on to Jaworski when he got to him. Second 2 now, long 2. Hogan runs, thrown back at the 30. Very close to a first down. He had to get the ball to the 30 to get a first down. It's going to be close enough to measure here, Sonny.
Pretty good call here. Short yardage draw play, trying to slow Jeter up a little bit because he's been rushing the passes so well. You saw he got taken to the inside that time by Tom Lucan, but Van Pelt was there to make the play. Very close to a first down if he didn't get it. Oops. Would you believe inches, huh?
That's all, just inches, but they do have a third down coming up. So the ball is positioned just short of the Giant 30. 6 minutes and 38 seconds left to play in the game. Giants 17, Philadelphia Eagles 6. Next week the Giants go to Buffalo, the Eagles go to St. Louis. If this one holds up the way it stands right now, they both come out of this game with 6-6 records. The Eagles will be firing right down the stretch here, trying to get back in it. Jaworski looks, pump fakes, lets her rip. Penalty marker on Jackson, the second against him. He chopped Harold Carmichael, and that was wise to do.
It certainly was good, smart play by Jackson, because if he didn't, they had a touchdown. Smart play. He was beaten for the touchdown. He had to cut him. What about that call on 3rd and inches?
Yeah, well, I guess when you're down 17-6, you go right to your bag of tricks for everything you got.
There was one guy that was running for that, could have made the play on it if Jackson didn't hit him. Let's listen.
Pass interference, 24, defense, first down.
Was Ernie Jones was running that way, and he made a play like that earlier.
Robert Newhouse of Dallas just went out of the New Orleans game with a fractured right leg.
He's their best football player, their best running back.
Jaworski on first down, running him down here is a throw to the tight end Osborne, and he's down to the 3, and so the clock continues to wind down to 6 minutes and running. Giants 17, Eagles 6. Eagles challenging, but they've got a problem now getting it in.
That extra point miss could really haunt them later on. Good job there by Jaworski, going rolling right. Harry Carson in on the tackle.
Boy, that's the truth, that extra point you referred to. Eagles have to score 2 touchdowns.
That kicking game has really hurt him. The misplayed punt, the bad snap.
And it's 1st and goal at the 4. Jaworski looks, throws. Osborne out of the end zone. 2 officials right on it. No Dick, didn't get that one. Dick Vermeil looking for 6.
Unusual call. First down, 1st and goal inside of the 5. Lombardi would have yanked you out of the game and said, young man, you've just wasted 11 people's effort out there. Run the ball in.
They stopped the clock at least. 2nd and goal from the 4. Campfield runs and he got nowhere. There's a penalty marker down on the play. Mendenhall ate him up as he came out from a slant.
Now you're going to have to end up throwing the thing. According to the penalty, it's a holding call. It could be costly.
So that hurts the Eagles, helps the Giants with 5:15 left to go. The line of scrimmage was the 4. It was 2nd and goal from there. Jaworski has now thrown the ball 28 times, has completed 14 for 156 yards. They intercepted him twice in the second half.
Illegal
the first
motion,
half.
69, offense, penalty decline, 3rd down.
And the Eagles, who came into Giant Stadium with playoff aspirations, with a big problem now. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line. Jaworski looks, throws, a man is open. Osborne lost the ball.
We got a flag down. May have roughing the passer.
But we do have.
What a break for the Eagles. Automatic 1st down.
At the 2. Automatic 1st down at the 2. A couple guys got to Jaworski just as he released the ball. So now the ball is advanced down to the 2-yard line. 5:09 left to play, and the Eagles with a 1st and goal there.
Personal foul, roughing a passer, 64, defense, 1st down.
John Mendenhall got carried away.
Well, tough call. Tough call, I tell you. Got all the injuries to the quarterbacks. You got to protect the quarterbacks. This man took a beating last week.
He really took a beating. I think they're all taking a beating. You took a beating.
I'm glad I'm up here.
18 years of beatings. Handoff. Did not crack the play, and he's down to the goal line, but not in. Carson filling as time is becoming very much a factor working against the Eagles. Clock running under 5 minutes as Dick Vermeil checks the clock. The Eagles send in substitutes. The ball is advanced inside the 1 yard line, as you see. The Giants holding to a 17-6 lead.
Yeah, they need to get this touchdown and so they can get their defense on the field and get the football back.
Jaworski might call his own number, 7. Giants hold. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 1. Van Pelt shot over the top as that defensive front submarine the offensive blockers. Then the linebackers come in to hit those bazooka hits.
Boy, Kelly came in there also. Good play by Kelly. Coming in, Larry Barnes is coming in the backfield with a play. Campfield coming out.
And very importantly, Sonny, that clock continues to run.
Gary Jeter's going off the field limping. Somebody got hurt a little earlier. Troy Archer's got to come back on. There's going to be a timeout call here. Get Jeter off the field.
Gary Jeter walking it off.
Yeah.
Official timeout while he leaves the field. Now we're back and ready to go. The clock starts up. 4th 12 left to play in the game. 3rd and goal from inside the 1 for Philadelphia. Touchdown Eagles with 3:59 on the clock. The Eagles put in their 2nd touchdown. Mike Hogan diving over the top to get it.
They get in for the touchdown here, the same play. They got the first down with earlier. Little slant off tackle. Good blocking at the point of attack by Walters. Front side of that line over there. Walters looking. Good lead block that time by Larry Barnes. Going in, allowing Hogan to get in. But here comes a big play for the Eagles, their kicking game.
I'll tell you, talk about putting the excitement back in the extra point. You're not sure what's going to happen.
Nothing wrong with the snap.
It's of little consequence, really, because even if they made it, they still need another touchdown. They'd be down 17-13 if they made it.
Watch John Shaw get handicapped with the snap because of his knee up. The ball gets into his knee. He loses his snap. Should get that leg out of the way. But, boy, the man that pays the price for it is a field goal kicker who gets maimed.
Nick Mickemeyer comes off the field as he was falling on hard after another errant extra point try by the Eagles. They have now gone 0 for 2 in this game. Let's see if Michel, who is in to kick, tries an onside kick. Mike Michel hits it well. Hammond's the only man back. Backpedaling, he steps into the end zone. And the Eagles knock him down at about the 18-yard line. So the Giants take over 1st and 10 with 3:50 to play, leading the game 17-12. Sonny?
Tampa Bay 31, Buffalo 3. They're in the 4th quarter. Tampa Bay really put it together today.
The line of scrimmage just inside the 19-yard line. So the Giant defense will try to grind it out now. Keep the clock running and move those chain markers and run out the game. They lead by 5, 17-12. The Eagles looking to fill in there. Stop the Giants and get the ball back so Jaworski can start pitching again. Here's a throw in the flat. With the ball is Jimmy Robinson. And the little guy moves ahead to the 30-yard line. He's got a first down for the Giants. 3:37 left to play in the game. Giants 17, Eagles 12. Giants with the ball 1st and 10 at their 30. Coder turns upfield, gets out to the 35-yard line, is knocked down there.
Coder did a very smart thing as we're going to get another timeout call. As he was getting ready to be tackled and make contact, he covers up the ball with both hands, making sure he protects the thing and the ball doesn't come out.
We've had, 3 interceptions in the game. Giants have picked off Jaworski twice, and Ron Howard made that big play.
Word over at that Richard Todd has re-injured his shoulder.
That's in the Jets game. The Jets went ahead of New England, have now fallen behind 19-17 in the 4th quarter. The Eagles looking to get the ball back, but they only have 1 timeout remaining. They've taken 2 in this Giant drive. Fumble, free football. Eagles have the ball. You never know until the gun sounds what might transpire, and the Eagles defense comes up with a big play. Dennis Harrison's off the bottom of the pile, and Wilkes has the football. He's going to take it out with him.
They did exactly what they had to do, and that is take the ball away. Take a look at it right here. A big hit was made by Harrison.
Coder lost it.
And Wilkes comes in with the recovery.
So each team has now had 2 turnovers. Coder, a sure-handed running back, took the full brunt of a 275-pound lineman who got a tee shot at him and nailed him. Ball pops free. The rookie linebacker Wilkes takes the ball for the Eagles, and they now have it 1st and 10 at the 33. So this one's going to go right down to the wire. 3 minutes and 22 seconds left to play in the game. Eagles trailing the Giants 17-12. The Eagles with the ball, though, on the turnover. Jaworski just gets it away. Almost intercepted by the Giants.
Oh, if you tip that thing, tip it down. Oh, what a play. Jaworski back, pass rush coming on, doing a pretty good job for protection. He gets hit from behind.
Shaky
He has
time.
the ball, too. If Carson gets a hand on that, he intercepts it.
Now, of course, those 2 missed. The San Diego Chargers have just upset the Vikings 13-7 at Minnesota. One's never sure what's going to happen here. And we don't know the outcome of this one. The Giants had command most of the way. Now the Eagles have a chance to possibly win it. 3:16 left to play. 2nd and 10 for the Eagles. Jaworski looks, throws. This time Hogan hangs on. Breaks 1 tackle and gets ahead. And, of course, those timeouts that the Eagles used to stop the Giant drive are becoming a factor. Now they have but 1 remaining as the clock winds down to 3 minutes. Van Pelt on the play.
Same pass as before. This time Hogan makes the catch. You watch just a delivery out of the backfield, a swing pass. Everybody's so far back guarding against a home run ball.
Yeah.
And that's why he's open underneath. Same type of pass. You see the clock. It's running down to 2:40.
Third down and 3. They go to the run. Campfield lost the ball, and an Eagle recovered it for a 1st down at the Giant 19. And the clock continues to wind down. 2:20. The Eagles will take it down to the 2-minute warning and get a free one.
You talk about the bounce of the football. Is this the right bounce for the Philadelphia Eagles? Watch this. Campfield finds a little opening, goes through, loses the ball, and an Eagles right there to recover.
All right, they're standing now at Giant Stadium as we come down the stretch. 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes. 1st and 10 Eagles inside the Giant 20. Giants lead 17-12. Campfield, as they try to cross up the Giant defense, it does not work. The Giants stop the run, and the clock runs. 1:50 to go and running.
Unusual call. They were trying to cross them up, trying to catch the defensive line of the Giants, twisting, coming in there, trying to rush a passer. Sometimes when you do that, you can break one up the middle.
All right, clock at 1:37. 2nd and 10. Jaworski looks, pump fakes, gets it away. Intercepted by the Giants. The ball is picked off by Otis McKinney. As it skipped off the hands of a wide-open receiver, Otis McKinney gets the carry, intercepts. The Giants have it back. And now, with 1:23 left to play, they look like they can run the game out.
Yes, they can. Again, the ball just thrown through. The receiver should have had the ball. It came right through. And the Giant defense, give them credit. They've been swarming all day. Otis McKinney having to come in and sub for the injured Larry Mallory has really done a job here, and he comes up with a big interception, and he wants that football.
He was the Giants' number 2 draft choice as he's congratulated by defensive coordinator Dick Modzelewski. Now they go into a tight formation very close to Bizarchik. He's not giving a risk a handoff. Bizarchik takes the ball down at his 17-yard line, and the guys start to mix it up.
Poise, poise, poise. Keep your poise.
Maintain their decorum here over the last minute. Dick Vermeil has his team challenged right down into the final minute and a half of the game to go ahead, losing it on an interception.
Let's take a look at this. You see Pisarcik getting on the ground. Spencer trying to hold him off. But LeMaster just keeps coming.
Willie
and
Spencer.
Then a little fisticuff starts, a little pushing and shoving. And the only thing you're going to hurt in that situation are your hands, because you're hitting cages and helmets and everything else.
Second down now and 13 for the Giants, but they're just looking to run that clock, and they do as they go to Zonka, straight up the middle. Zonka gets out to the 29-yard line. And the Eagles out of timeouts with a minute left to play and the clock winding down below that. As the clock winds out on the Philadelphia Eagles, a game they thought would project them into a possible wild card position. It would bring them 7-5 had they won, but a late interception by the Giants will preserve a Giant victory. An upset win as the Giants lead 17-12, and we're inside 30 seconds. The Eagles have no timeouts. Wait a minute. Here's a free foot. I don't believe it. The Eagles pick it up, and Herman Edwards runs it in for a touchdown. An incredible development. Just like the opening game of the season when the New England Patriots were running the game out against the Washington Redskins. A fumble. This is the most astounding development. This is even more unbelievable.
Just doesn't get the snap. He just loses the snap, doesn't get it. And who's right there? Herman Edwards picks it up on the dead run and goes in for a touchdown.
Absolutely unbelievable. Zonka and Pisarcik missed the connection. The ball hops up on the one hop to Herman Edwards. He's got an open lane right into the end zone with 20 seconds left while the Giants are running out the game with a 7. Look at Dick Vermeil. He can't believe it. I guess he feels he's got one coming after some of the close ones he lost. The opening game of the season, they beat the Rams all over the field and then lost on the longest field goal that Frank Corral had ever kicked, and Corral played for him at UCLA, and the Rams won it. And this is an incredible development against the Giants and for the Eagles. A fumble. Now they make an extra point. Well, with 20 seconds left, the Eagles lead the Giants 19. That's unbelievable. I've seen Dempsey kick a 63-yard field goal. I fell out of the press box of that one. This is unbelievable. And, of course, we once again wish our very best to Leonard Toews, the president and owner of the Philadelphia Eagles, who underwent open heart surgery earlier this week and who is recuperating. We're happy to tell you very well. Philadelphia leading New York 19-17. Sonny, you see
unusual thing about the play, Don, to me was all they had to do was run that one play and the clock would have run out. Yet he was trying to make a handoff. He was spinning, pivoting, trying to make a handoff where he could have just sat down on the football. Absolutely. Why they were trying to run a handoff off tackle to pick up a first down, I don't know, because the Eagles were out of timeouts.
And then earlier on this drive, he took the snap and fell down.
That's right. If he were doing that then, he would have been okay.
You almost couldn't program this to happen that way. We'd have a misconnection like that where the ball would come up. But the Eagles, no timeouts, hops up on the one hop, and Herman Edwards said, "Thank you so very much," fell right in his hands, and off he went. So the Eagles, with perhaps as dramatic turnabout and a comeback win in the history of the franchise. I know you have to go back a long way, and they go back a long way to find anything like this. Line drive kickoff, skipping on through. Ball is picked up by Bob Hammond across the 20. Hard hit is put on by Johnson, and the Eagles are going to win. Now the Giants still have their timeouts. 15 seconds left. This is like that Detroit game of many years ago. They threw to maybe Cogdill. Giants still have their complement of timeouts remaining. Clock stops inside the last 2 minutes. Change of possession. The ball's at the 20-yard line.
I'll tell you, 15 seconds. I've hit home runs in 15 seconds, Don. I hit Tommy McDonald against the Washington Redskins one time with about a 60-yarder with 5 seconds to go to beat the Redskins. A lot can happen.
That's when you were an Eagle.
That's when I was with the Philadelphia Eagles. So
I guess you go over your career, you could probably pick out nothing's over till they shoot the gun.
You better, yeah, that's exactly right.
Some of these Giants, I wish they shot them the way this is going to turn out now. Downfield to Perkins. Look at that game at New Orleans last week where Atlanta tipped the ball in a desperation play and scored. It'll be second down for the Giants. 7 seconds on the clock. Charlie Bednarik congratulating Dick Vermeil. I'm telling you, it's unbelievable, isn't it? Absolutely unbelievable.
Never seen a thing like that, though, especially when you're just running out the clock. You're just stopping the clock and you don't have to run a play.
These Eagles came up here on a bus. They're liable to fly back, though.
They won't need a bus
Run
getting
back.
That's right. They're still alive in the playoff for the wild card spot.
You look down either way, the Giant people are stunned. Everybody in the stadium is stunned on that development. Pizarczyk looks. Eagles giving them all day. They got 5 guys playing back. Again, it's broken up, and that is the final play of the game as John McVay, which has to be the most disappointing loss he's ever come up with as a football coach, sees his Giants lose on just a bizarre, unreal play. A fumbled connection.